are scanning.
摸一会儿是一会儿。
5 seconds remaining.
终于等到你，
兄弟们
Fight, fight, fight.
Thunder awakens. Turn to ban. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Thunder awakens. Turn to ban. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Thunder awakens. Turn to pick. Team Liquid's turn to pick. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Enigma.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Thunder awakens. Turn to
Dusk.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Thunder awakens. Turn to
Gyrocopter.
Team Liquid's turn to ban. Thunder awakens. Turn to ban. Thunder awakens. Turn to ban. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Liquid's turn to pink. Thunder Awaken's turn to...
终于等到你。
This guy has no chill, man.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Thunder Awaken's turn to...
Disruptor.
可以啊。
给你机会大哥送个人头，比心哦。
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Tide Hunter.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
My keyboard is not working.
Corre que te pillo, corre que te alcanzo, alacrán.
Thunder Awaken's turn to...
Warrior.
Team Liquid's turn to ban. Thunder Awaken's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Liquid's turn to ban.
每一把都当最后一把，然后就也不要怕输。每一把都当最后一把，然后就也不要怕输。
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Thunder Awaken's turn to pink. Liquid's turn to pick.
In the
每把都
spirit.
当最后一把，然后就也不要怕说。
Fight, fight, fight.
3, 2, 1, vamos.
See you later, nerds.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your pack.
每一把都当最后一把，然后就也不要怕说。每一把都当最后一把，然后就也不要怕说。
Liquid versus Mineski. Now we have Liquid versus Thunder Awaken. It's got to take some serious mental resilience to come back after a Mega Creep comeback like that and lose. If you're Liquid, it's going to take a whole lot. Meanwhile, Thunder are going to be feeling themselves, right?
I mean, this is a test of team fortitude right here. There's no other way around it. Liquid has... Some of these guys were denied TI last year. They come in this year. They're on the ropes in LCQ. They make it through those groups in pretty good position. They go through this bracket. They're in the lower bracket. They're on the brink of elimination so many times, and yet they are still here for a reason. The mental fortitude of this team is out of control. And on the flip side, Thunder... They are looking for the highest position ever for an SA team. That is why they want that respect. This is 11 years in the making for this game right here of SA Dota getting to this point. Can they push their ticket? Or are we going to go to game 3 where Liquid will test them?
30 seconds.
Looks like more team fight is in store because once again, Tide Hunter Enigma would not be a TI game without the big boys.
We're going to have the big team fight spells flown around in this game. It's going to be an exciting one. See whether or not Liquid, if this journey has been too long and too hard for them, that game 1 demoralized them, or whether or not they're going to bounce back. EG versus eHome. We had that, probably the most iconic Mega Creep comeback game.
For sure.
And that was going into game 2. I mean, that game 2 really wasn't that close. EG.
No, it's hard.
Stomped.
You lose to Megas. It's like, well, if we couldn't beat them then,
yep.
How do we get there? I mean, I was there at that tournament, and that series gave me a heart attack then. I think this game is right up there.
On the other side of things, we had Secret versus Mineski. That was another game 1 Mega Creep comeback where Mineski had the game 1. They had it absolutely won.
It was locked.
And then they go into the throne area.
Yep.
They lose it. Secret go for a desperate push in. They do manage to take it. But they go into game 2, they bounce back, and Mineski actually takes it. And sort of a iconic what if, you know, like what if they could have gotten that 2-0. So there's 2 different sides to that Mega Creep comeback and going into game 2.
I mean, you can do it. You can come back. It's not impossible. Nothing is impossible at TI. All bets are off, especially when the pressure gets up like this. We are playing for top 4. It's every player's dream. for years and years to get here. You're not going to get deterred simply because the mega creeps got to your head.
Yep.
That means game 2 already off the bat. We have a Thunder draft that is designed to deal with the summons coming out from Liquid. And Liquid trying to pick up the pace here. They have a very fast tempo lineup. Enigma, Brood, they can play the map very quick, and Ursa can take advantage of any pickoffs. Transitioning into quick Roshan. Roshan number 1, Roshan number 2 with the shard. Exactly what Matumba is looking for in this game.
Now the
Kind of a
gyrocopter
flip script almost.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The gyrocopter that we've been seeing outside of today, we've seen a lot of times being picked up, counterpicked to try and deal with the offlane Enigma. It's one of the better carries to address that hero. Instead, the Enigma switched over to the support position. Zai as a Broodmother. Do you feel like that gyrocopter addresses Broodmother as well as it does the Enigma?
I mean, also, this was a matchup I thought we would have seen a bit more this tournament. I know it used to be very good back in the day. Like, the missile gives you vision. You can hunt them down in the trees. The flak to deal with the spiderlings. I imagine this matchup still has to be good for those same reasons. But, of course, Brood is building utility nowadays. You're going for the auras. You're going pipe right back to AC type build. This can help mitigate a lot of the AoE damage from Gyro. So I'm not sure how this matchup exactly goes nowadays. I'm sure Pakaz is going to have a fine early game here. There's no way he's going to get pressured too hard on this lane, I think. I say that, and we've seen Boxy have some crazy good shards and kills on the lane.
Oh, first blood still open. Matumba Man really wants it here, but the damage coming out from the Disruptor dissuades him from going for it, and he's going to play underneath his tower here. We're currently looking at a situation where I think Thunder is walking away with 2 lane wins, right? We already talked about the Gyrocopter. We've got the Ember Spirit versus Puck matchup in mid, which Dark Mago's doing very, very well, 14-4 right now. And it means Liquid kind of needs to get a big W out of that top lane, right? They kind of need to shut down that Tidehunter.
I mean, they need to make sure that Matumba keeps farming on this lane. There's a lot of harass that can come out of this lane. Disruptor tied with the Gush build. They did this on one of the earlier series versus Secret, where they put the Maiden up here just to guarantee that this Tide Ursa matchup does not go poorly for them.
The shard, it landed. You said Boxy's been on point with this one, and it almost brings him down here, but Zai actually stumbles a little too far forward. Marcy uses her dirty advantage to toss him into the tower. Matumba Man, though, he's having a hard time dealing with this. The Gush and Thunder strikes. They spot him in the trees. They're going to be able to get one more round of Gush, and the last hit comes in. Pandaboo takes the first blood.
Better to go to the Disruptor than the Tide, who had to use a lot of his resources to get it.
Oh, what a stun from Matthew on the other side of things. They actually throw out the shard. They're going to try and lock in Matthew. Zai, though, he's not going to survive. Oh, he does. That final shot did not come out from Pakaz in time, and Zai lives through it, so they kill the support. And Pakaz is actually a little bit low, too. Boxy, oh, is he going to cut the creep wave, or are they going to try and keep Pakaz under the gun here?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to pull it back, reset the equilibrium, make this lane even more awkward for Pakaz. I don't think Pakaz is too sad about getting all that solo XP, but it's definitely setting Marcy back quite a bit.
Yeah.
Liquid support's having the better exchanges here. Zany also just denying farming up with that Basilius. As long as you don't die early on the support Enigma, you're going to be pretty happy going into the mid game. He can farm a decent amount, scale, perhaps build the utility.
Damage. Matumba Man is going to have to hop out here.
Yeah, this is the downside. Enigma is not helping you much in these trade situations. Matumba's feeling it right now.
Yeah. He's going to live for now. The Gush.
Salve
It's up.
up.
He can pop it. He's going to be able to take away the salve. That is just as good as killing him, honestly.
Yeah, even better. Now Matumba has to tank all these waves into the tower, too. He's missing range creeps. Rough CS start for him. Meanwhile, Dark Mago, he has been owning mid in this matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up almost 400 net worth, decent amount of CS. This is Ember favorite for the lane, and of course, once you get into that mid game, the coil has a really big window where you can punish this Ember Spirit. That's what Liquid's going to look to do. Big question to me is, do they have the damage follow up with the coil? Like, Enigma is not going to provide much for it, and it kind of comes down to Boxy, which is why this start is super important for him.
And on top of Pakaz, they're going to try and disrupt some of the damage coming out from that battery with the snowball. Zai, life stealing a decent amount. They got to keep their distance from this barrage.
That's level 2. He's putting the points into the magic damage, not going the flak, because, of course, no spiders till later on.
This rotation, this is going to maybe catch him out. He's not level 6. They want the kill at his eye.
Did he get the chain on the Brood?
No, he didn't. Instead, they're just going to have to be content with the kill on Boxy. Not what they wanted, but at least they get something. And he does get him to level 6 now.
And Zai still has full wand up as well. I'm not sure he would have gone down anyway.
Look, he's going to stick around. He's going to leave a remnant.
Yeah.
Wonder if Zai has spotted that remnant.
This is an interesting move. He TP'd to mid, so he's not going to base to refill. He is trying to bait out the overextension bottom so he can go back and flank them again. very interesting move from Dark Mago.
Especially
kill the mid catapult first too.
Radiant's
Yeah.
middle tower is under
They'll
attack.
sacrifice the rune for this. Regen into Mickey's hands, but what has to think about this bottom? I also wonder if it's just a backup plan. I don't think Thunder want to get... They don't want to feed more kills to this Brute Tusk lane.
It's a very dangerous duo. Let's check in on that top lane here. As how's that Ursa doing now? Sitting at 2100 net worth, so the Tidehunter has kept him pressured, kept pretty close. You said it, Enigma really doesn't provide too much right here. Right? The Kraken Shell against Malefice and the summons.
Yeah, it's not an offlaner ideal for Enigma to kill. I think Thunder's going to be happy to just keep both cores low net worth on this lane.
Yeah.
Especially if you can give extra XP to the Tidehunter, because he is getting denied a little, right? That is the power of Enigma here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Pandamu think about some stacks as well. You have Tide Gyro. You gotta be thinking about these Ancients.
Yeah, certainly. Trying to take as many of the hard camp creeps as possible. Ooh, TP to bottom lane, they're gonna make that move. Here comes Matthew, two-man stun, very nice. They're gonna turn around and try and kill Matthew. They might be able to get him too. The snowball's actually gonna go over and hit the gyrocopter on top of that. He wants the kill on Foxy, and they're gonna be able to glimpse it here. Mickey's gonna show up with a two-man coil. They might be able to kill both, but here comes the Ember Spirit. Can they finish off Bakaz in time, or is Dark Mago gonna be able to shoo him away? Doesn't get the chains, only lands on creeps there. He's going to be able to protect his gyrocopter. The all-important Bakaz carry will be saved.
Now you can see how much Thunder's thinking about these turnaround bottom. They do not want to let this Brute get out of control too early. They don't want to let him abuse Bakaz, who doesn't want to have to buy too much regen.
It's the stun, but they get the slight chains with the damage and the rocket procs. They got him. Mickey was going to be able to come back in eventually, but it's Thunder who struck first. Gyrocopter still dies, though, so a one-for-one trade-off. Mago, they have got a glimpse. No snowball, so Boxy, he's going to be repositioned to a bad spot. They are getting some decent orb damage in, wearing on him. Boxy with the raindrops, staying alive, getting back to the tower. One more slice should be able to finish him off. He actually gets silenced. He's going to have to dive in deep. The snowball dodge. It goes off. He goes back in, throws out the shard. Boxy will eventually die, but now Dark Mago's been put into a position where he may be chased out, and Zai's going to try and run him down. He has no more mana. Dark Mago, the orb's going to catch up to him, and he's going to fall underneath the tower. Bakaz is now here, though, and Mickey has already used his jump. He's already used his phase shift as well. An orb is coming up in a second. He's going to throw it over to the side. Phase shift out. Double kill there. Insania now showing up with the Malefice on top of the coil. They get on top of the gyrocopter. Bakaz thought he was showing up to clean up on the team fight, but instead it's going to be Zai with the ultra kill.
Liquid putting him to sleep in this bottom lane for dead. Absolute beautiful skirmishing from him in the early game. Insania turning up is just the cherry on top. Extra XP for this Enigma. You'll take it every time. Puts it into a little bit of a tower push, and of course, a lot of those teleports for Thunder are going to be on cooldown now too. So they're going to have to send Tidehunter down here just to defend this. And Bakaz is going to have to make the long walk out of base. Not ideal. Teleport for Dark Mago on cooldown for 70 as well. Liquid got everything out of that engagement they won. And even more so, so much space for this Ursa on top now, right? Matumba gets to catch up. He gets free solo XP because Enigma went bottom. A dream scenario in this early game for Liquid.
Oh, they got to be careful here. This is Broodmother territory. You're crazy to come out here. Matthew, he's going to be chased down by the spiders. Will eventually become one. If Zai gets his way, the last web, the chase underneath the tier 2s, the armor and the regen is not enough to protect him.
Mother comes indeed, and this game it's accelerating fast. Remember, this Liquid draft, it can convert on the kills very easily. But once Matumba gets lifesteal,
he's routed Pandamu. Matumba Man there on the side is going to be able to easily clean up.
Glimpse to help Matumba farm.
Yeah,
it's early game not going Thunder's way at all. Liquid striking back. Mega Creep comeback be damned. I'm going to take it to you.
I think this is exactly the kind of thing you need to be able to wash the taste of that loss in game 1 out of your mouth. You got to be able to take an early advantage and say, guys, we got this. They're up by 2K right now, but we still have some answers, right? Thunder, we talked about how the Gyrocopter and the Tidehunter are good at being able to address the Broodmother. They're going to be able to hold this safe lane tower for a while, it looks like.
Sacred is going to be a rock in this game. It's hard for them to run into him. They have Black Hole to kill him. That's your best tool. The Tusk can do some serious damage with tag team shards. And of course, at some point, Matumba will deal with him through the Kraken. But for right now, he is pretty formidable. Zai's just going to trade farm with him, pull the waves. Be happy getting super fat down here, which he is. Full hood coming out. It's going to be an early pipe for this Brood. Coil mid, this is your chance to fuse Ember. Easy.
Big pickup. Ooh, Shard barely off the mark. And Sacred is here as well. Don't want to dive into tier 1 tower with that Ravage ready to go. In fact, they're going to reposition Insanity underneath the tower. They're going to blow that Ravage now to ensure 1 kill. Can they get any more? Panda move.
Zai in the pack, looking for the supports. Maybe?
Or maybe the tower, I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fight that tide.
Yeah.
No spiders for you.
So he could just go back. I mean, this is all a positioning game, right? Between the Titan and the Broodmother. Wherever the tide goes, Broodmother can go somewhere else. And maybe it leaves that bottom lane objective open for the taking. Thunder, though, are going to get aggressive here. It's time to shut down the Man.
Foxy's read this play. Maybe he can bail him out.
Foxy, he's going to snowball on through. Try and pick him up. He's just going to be caught inside the Static Storm. A 2-for-1 special for Thunder.
Ooh, weren't expecting everybody, maybe. I do think Liquid read that move, but Thunder's brought more people. Very nice conversion for them. This is pretty much the only place on the map they can feel confident fighting, especially when Ravage is down, because Sacred is on Brood duty as much as he can be.
Pull back in.
Glimpse on him.
Beautiful stun. Nice combination there from Thunder. Getting a third pickup here. They bounce back. I mean, it was a 3,000 net worth lead just moments ago for Liquid. Now down to less than 1K.
Thunder finding the openings in the very few places they can find them. Huge kills coming out. Again, this Brood has free reign over this jungle. They don't have any catch for him at this point in time.
Those spiders. Eventually, they're going to take this tower. You kill them as many times as you want. She'll be back with more.
Nice little pinata right there.
Yeah, that's true.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This game stabilized a lot in that last minute. I could have seen it getting out of control, but now Thunder's going to be able to defend this mid tower for a bit longer, standing on 160 HP. Zai will continue to try and send the spiders behind, backdoor it. This mid tier 1 is super vital to the Ancient control, which they want to keep up for Gyro. Gyro has very specific farming patterns. You cannot lose too much early map with this hero, or that flak cannon does not go to work.
I think it's super interesting.
Pushing it to him.
Just now takes this tower, right? It almost seemed like he just left this same.
That tower's irrelevant, right? Because he's playing behind it anyway. It's just a free gold.
Oh, big whip there on the black hole. Doesn't get it. Foxy gonna try and bail him out after that one. The Static Storm does land on 2. They may have gotten the kill on the Marcy, but now the rest of Thunder are here to be able to clean up. 1, 2, 3. Man with the enrage. He's gonna try and hop his way out of here, but I know there's no way out of this one. Man. He's gonna be chased down by Dark Mongo. He turns around, throws a few swipes in the air, but a 1-for-3 exchange to the favor of Thunder.
What a beautiful Static Storm. Liquid just overextending into that. Of course, the black hole missing doesn't do him any favors. Thunder, again, they're always going to bring their carry to these types of engagements. Bakaz will join every fight he feels like he can clean up. Gyro comes down on top. Beautiful chains to keep him in it. The exact fight Thunder won. Didn't even have to expend the Ravage.
Oh, didn't let him grab that one. Immediately going to be coiled up with Zai coming in from behind. The Ravage to be able to help him out. The Snowball's going to keep that chain shot on a Walrus Punch and finish him off. Now Sacred, well, he's tanky, but he doesn't really have any help. They're just going to run him down here, perhaps. The Glimpse is going to be able to buy him a little bit of space. Zai's having a hard time. Another round of spells coming in from Mickey, though, and the Orb should be enough to get that kill, and maybe even a little bit more. Matt
hasted. He's a god.
Yeah. Beautiful play by Mickey, baiting that one out with the Invis rune he already had in play.
He's been a monster this series. That first game he played out of his mind. This one, he has kept them in this early game by a huge degree, finding the coils on this Ember. And of course, the kills lead to Roshan. Matumba claiming it early here while they're skirmishing.
Zai, he wants to be able to get over here. I don't think they have the webs to be able to fight in this area. And Sania is going to pop over, doesn't have the black hole, just throws out the Malphite, but he's dead. They created the space to get the Roshan. It cost them their captain. But for now, Liquid will be able to retreat with the spoils and Aegis now on the Ursa.
You can see Liquid's idea about this game. If they ever break that triangle, Brood has the other side of the map. There is nowhere for Gyro to go.
Yeah.
If that happens, Thunder has absolutely no map, and their heroes are not mobile enough to get to the other side or split push this game too heavily yet until Ember's online. So Thunder are always going to bring everybody to defend that triangle. Once they defend it, they can make a move. They're trying to find something down here, but Brood is a stealthy hero. Good luck, my friends.
Yeah. And that idea of like how they want to be able to close out the map is why it was so important for Thunder to have those little moments where they clawed back that net worth advantage that Liquid built up. Now they have to do it again, though.
Yeah, imagine they didn't get those skirmishes. This game could be over by now.
Yeah.
Like, this is how explosive this Liquid draft is. You lose one skirmish, you lose one fight. You're going to lose 3 to 4K off every one.
tactic.
Looking for the coil.
Clean play, and Dark Mago shows just that. Breaks the aggression of Liquid, jumps to the other side, looking for the power rune. Sadly, it's not there. It's going to be a free pickup for Liquid. Mickey gets an illusion.
Look at how clumped Thunder's playing. Like, they expect Liquid to fight them. Dark Mago's not in this top lane. He's not split pushing, trying to draw Liquid away from the center of the map. Very defensive formation from Thunder here, just trying to protect the Gyro's farm and get him to that Ags where he will really accelerate.
Do you agree with this concept? Do you think it's better to just be playing super conservatively right now?
I mean, he's worried about this coil. This coil setup is just so scary for him. He has no defensive capabilities against it. Ravage on cooldown, finally up. But you're giving Liquid an opportunity to invade here with force. Everything up, and of course, Pipe just online for Zai. This might be the signal. No more Ancients for you, Mr. Gyrocopter. They're testing it.
You go lead the spiders in the ancient area.
Oh, that's nice too.
Block it out. Don't let him get any more stacks up. They're going to try and deal with them. They actually do manage to kill it, but Marcy's still in the area. So the hard camp spawns, but not the ancients, and that's the more important one.
Don't have to invade it if there's nothing there to invade.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart play from Liquid, and now they're going to find Pakaz top.
Big pickup if they can get it. Chain stun, Walrus punch. Yeah, he's completely surrounded. Thunder have been so worried about dealing and trying to open up this triangle that there was no one to help out Pakaz. Oh, a rupture into a static sword, and that's exactly what they're going to gun for here. But they've got to be careful of the line steal. He also has the Aegis, so they don't want to overcommit for this too much. But Tumman's going to fight back. The slow and Dark Mago, he's not able to get very far away with that Remnant, but they will manage to finish out. Oh, he got off the enrage. He's out of mana. He's being burnt out. The coil as well on top. Dark Mago falls. There goes the first life of the Ursa. The coil about to finish up. They're going to run down Matthew pretty easily here. The Tidehunter is also very low, and they're going to just use the Black Hole for it. Commit, get the kill. They have to run away from this tier 2 tower with the glyph going out, but everyone does survive on Liquid.
Link revealed to cement the kill. Of course, Gyro dead that whole time, cannot sway that fight. And Liquid just abusing the map control right now. That kill on Gyro top at the start of all of that, that's because he has nowhere to go. His Ancients get blocked, his jungle's taken over by Brood. Pakaz has no room to play this game right now, and Thunder know it. That's why they're trying to trying to find that 5-on-5. Liquid just playing it super smart, not giving it to him, opting for these skirmish-type engagements where their heroes shine. But Tumba knows there's no damage for him here. It just takes way too long to bring him down. He has Aegis on the back of it.
And that diffuse with that inhibit, he blows on Dark Mago. Slows down the Remnant, it doesn't go very far, he burns out his mana.
Yeah, diffusal pickup, super valuable this game. The mana burn on all their cores is amazing, right? These are not super high mana pool heroes. It's going to be devastating.
Crazy part is, I think some of this, I mean, it's happening around the tier 2 at 18 minutes. I mean, that's a dangerous area to fight, but Liquid, fearless in that regard, continue to fight underneath these tier 2s. They could run down Sacred and take the bottom line.
Again, one fight, every kill, leading to objectives for this Liquid lineup. Every one of these little mistakes that Thunder makes, and they're hard not to make at this point. Cementing this game even more. You're up to 8 or 9k gold lead at 19 minutes. You're going to have that second Roche coming up within the next minute or two as well. But Tumba's going to be happy to clean that up real fast. And of course, you have Enigma Tusk supports. These are two heroes that are going to scale beautifully into the late game. Like, you're not even necessarily in a rush this game. Liquid is feeling very comfortable right now. In terms of comeback for Thunder, you have this Gyro Ags, but Ags is only as good as the camps you have to farm, and he still doesn't have many. Zai is just continuously blocking half these neutral camps, scouting with the spiders. Doesn't even have to show his hero. The catch is pretty limited outside of a smoke or this Ember just remnanting in. And of course, if Dark Mago just remnants in, if there's ever a coil there, he's pretty much dead off the back of it.
What is the play against this? When your camps are being taken so much, I mean, you're talking about smokes. Do they just try and get to the dire jungle, the dire triangle? Like, how do they open up the map to get Pakaz that far?
I mean, you smoke and catch the Brood if you think your catch is good enough. You smoke to enemy triangle where the carry's likely going to be. You think you can get there. Honestly, your moves are pretty limited. I think in a theoretical world, Liquid can read most of what Thunder wants to do here, right? They're just so closed off so fast in this game. The towers are down. I mean, there's only one space you can be, right?
Yeah, exactly. And with the vision of the Spiderlings constantly going, you see every
so
like 30
annoying.
seconds or so, they're going to show up in the triangle, they get a little information. What's going on here? Oh, that's Pakaz farming. Oh, there's a Tidehunter sitting in the river. So they will always get pretty early warning sign if many heroes are missing on the side of Thunder. But the onus is on Liquid to continue to get these pickoffs that they've been getting before, and you could see Mickey wants to set something up here. No, they're actually TPing into mid. They see, what do they see?
I mean, they saw him top, which means time to invade the jungle, right?
Okay.
Looking for this Ember, saw him on this mid ward.
Oh,
Does have an illusion rune. Maybe some dodge potential here?
yeah, possible. He's going to have to do a lot because he's going to be coiled. So he immediately pops in, tries to get the bounce out, the static storm. It is going to be a big bailout here as the stun is going to be on Boxy and keeping him chained out. It does allow Dark Mago to get away. Great reaction from Thunder, a full reaction from them.
Again, got to be careful about those smokes, right? Thunder can only be in one part of this map. It's pretty much triangle and they're tier 2 mid. That's not the area you want to fight. Mickey identifies it very quickly. If you get that kill and get out, you're pretty happy. Forcing reactions, not too bad. As long as you're farming elsewhere on the map. This is where Insania being top is actually very vital for Liquid right now. Because he's making sure they're continuing to extract more out of this map than Thunder, regardless of what's happening around that tier 2 mid. And he's scaling. He's pushing to BKB right now. Like, he's going to have very fast blink BKB. This is not the Wraith Pack Enigma from offlane. This is just, I'm gonna BKB and hole you, and what's your answer? There is no answer in this game. The only answer is very late game when Gyro has bad satanic territory and you just tank it.
Yeah.
Like you're tanking a position 5 Enigma's black hole.
Yeah.
It's not even that amazing here. So Insania's cruising to his timings in this game, and that just makes it harder to contest the Roshans as well. Like if he gets to BKB before this Rosh spawns, which looks super likely, can you even take that fight if you're Thunder? And if you don't take that fight, I don't know if you're winning this game. It becomes very difficult.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like no matter what's kind of happening here in these small little skirmishes, these little moves that are being countered and stuff, it feels like Thunder may win some small little battles, but they're losing the war.
I mean, I think theoretically Dark Mago maybe has to just start playing more aggressive on the map, try and push these side lanes a little deeper and get away before Puck finds him, before Enigma can black hole him. So otherwise, you're just losing so much net worth here now. 11k, you've been clumped for so long, and he's not even close to BKB. Like, this Ember is basically farming nothing right now, right?
Yeah.
And that is a sentence as good as death.
They've got the Wraith Pack on the Tidehunter. It's probably a big reason why they're smoked up right now, but they're not finding anything. They go through the Radiant jungle, but Team Liquid, I'm not sure, they must have just made the read off the spiders. They're playing pretty defensively. In fact, it almost looks like they're going to go for a smoke of their own, so Thunder, if they try and push into this mid-tier 1 tower, it could be a dangerous fight for them.
They've got the wards on Tusk, and they've got BKB on Enigma, so an uncounterable black hole here.
Really, there goes the coil. But no BKB, Ember Spirit, susceptible to so much here. They can stay on top of him, burns him down before he gets to jump away. He jumps back into the flag and jumps out. Oh, there's a black hole from Insania! A 3-man pick up, the Ravage counter goes out, but the Enrager's already down from Atomaman. He shrugs that one off pretty easily. Now pops the BKB. Thunder, they need to be able to break open this fight now. Blowing the buybacks like this, it is a must-win. They need to be able to get a pick off or two. It's going to be the glimpse on his side, keeping it aside. Insania comes back. They have to get this Broodmother kill. Matthew actually picks up the kill onto Insania. At the same time, Boxy gets run down as well. They try to bail out Zai, but actually feed some extra kills over to Thunder, and a slight chains that is barely off the mark. Little unlucky there. Didn't get the puck. Maybe still get Matumbaman, though. He's bonus into rage and his BKB. They spot him, get the glimpse, pull him back in, because it's ready to go to clean up the kill on the carry.
Absolutely huge kill. They get the streak gold, almost 1,000 to Bakaz. He is so far ahead now, and of course Roche spawning during this interval. He just sat there and turreted the whole fight. He's getting sidekicked on top of it, something we didn't mention, but that flag plus a sidekick is absolutely deadly if he goes unchecked.
Yeah, sure, who needs a satanic?
Exactly, build your own. I mean, that black hole is beautiful from Insania. Coil on the best target, you can get everything going right. But because he's in the back, double buybacks for Thunder on their supports to push it through.
Yeah, look at him. I mean, the 3-man black hole looks so pretty, but Bakaz is totally uncontested here this entire time, as is the Wraith Pack, which is negating so much damage there.
And these are two Thunder supports who, when they come in off the buybacks, can still have high impact. Yeah. The glimpse, the rebound, the positioning, and stuns can make sure Bakaz can hit people. And there's that flag sidekick just going to work. It's something Liquid has to think about.
Now, in the end, Dark Mago does end up dying. Mickey jumped back in and claimed that kill, but obviously it was still a huge win for Thunder, who, I mean, even if the net worth lead is still 10k after that, they stopped the bleed up, right? They got out on the map, they got some big farm, they got the Gyrocopter to his next progression of items, and our Ember Spirit, does he have the BKB yet? that could be a serious game changer considering the way they're throwing that coil at him.
Yeah, he'll get it in 200 gold. Now he's being able to push bottom lane a little deeper. Of course, the trade is Roshan. Thunder could not claim it after that fight. So Matumba's progression still going to be good here. BKB, Aegis, and Shard to the Fuzzy Wuzzy. He's a lot tankier than before. But perhaps the biggest thing out of all that is Bakaz lived through that too, right?
Yeah.
Sure, this win percentage is 20%, but this is a draft designed to function around that one hero with the flat cannon, with sidekick, going to work, dealing 90% of the damage. This game is just, if Bakaz gets checked, the team fight falls apart. If he has free reign, these fights are a little closer than the net worth shows.
It's going to be the ultimate hard carry setup for the player who's probably had one of the best carry performances at this tournament and this year in general.
I mean, honestly, I think you just black hole him. Yeah, I don't know if you have to feel too pressured to black hole much else in this game if you're Insania. Sure, if he's elsewhere on the map, you see the freebies, you take it. But it seems like you just black hole the gyro all in him. Where's the fight after that, right?
Well, speaking of...
well, not black holing much there.
Insania, he did not expect to find the hard carry in his own triangle.
This is the type of thing Thunder wants happening when they're in this position as opposed to earlier. They don't want to all just be clumped around mid. They want the Tide to be able to deal with that. They want the Ember and they want the Gyro out on the map, at least somewhere cheeky. Pushing some deep side lane, farming enemy side of the map. Now that you have BKB on this Ember, he's a lot more confident to do that. The Kaz can do it with backup all the way to Daedalus now. Gyro hits hard, man.
Zai, he's been working down all of these towers. You saw early on, he was working on that mid-tier 1 tower. Now he's actually trying to take that mid-tier 2 and take over more of that triangle like we've been talking about.
Yep, still sending the spiders, and he's actually going Ags on Brood this game. Something we saw him do earlier today. He just prefers it, likes the playstyle of having these snares in the back, rooting supports, rooting Ember when his BKB is down.
Yeah.
They're super obnoxious, man.
Yeah, we actually really didn't get to see that Aghanims put into play too much in that last game. It felt like he came in at the tail end of it, but he'll definitely be able to make use of it in this game as Thunder. They're holding on for a while here, but Dark Mago going to be jumped on here. Going to keep the team done. He's got the illusion to be able to jump away. Nice pickup. Illusion runes save lives. It's done it once and twice now.
I mean, he's lucky that Skullbasher decided to save his proc for later.
Yeah.
And he will take that RNG and walk back to his fountain with it. Thinking about who's luckier today. Seems like I am.
Butterfly for Bakaz, so Matumba Man, he's going to eventually need that MKB.
Wasn't that Team Spirit's best strategy at the last TI?
Yeah.
Luck? Sometimes that's all you need in Dota, you know? You can draft your heart out, you can play your heart out, but throw a little luck on there.
Goes a long way.
Now you're a champion.
20-23, 29 minutes in, Team Liquid. They've had tight control of this game for the most part. A couple of slip-ups there, particularly that mid-fight, and it has allowed Thunder to get out on the map, continued their progression in farm, both for the Ember Spirit and the Gyrocopter. Definitely the Gyrocopter is taking the majority of it, but with Dark Mago now having a BKB, he can play more aggressively out in these lanes because he doesn't have to worry about just being locked down by the coil alone. Has to be careful of that Basher, though.
I think this is turning into a game where Liquid is just going to farm to their late game timing and just understand you just all in this gyro and a lot of the damage disappears. Might have to do it through buyback, but I think they're happy getting there. They have very crazy late game, right? You get the level 25 puck, all of a sudden your BKBs don't mean as much anymore. That sounds like it's a long way away, but he's level 21. He's got Octarine. He will farm the map very fast. It's got Arcane Rune on top of it actually right now, so Nick is very ready to join anything.
And I feel like Ursa is one of the ultimate, he's both the hard carry and he's kind of like the anti-carry in many ways, right? Especially when he gets that level 25 talent as well, right? Who stands up against the double 16 hitter? Dark Mago gets caught. The bottom lane, BKB going off, but Boxy denies him with the wall. Well, right? And I feel like Ursa is one of the ultimate, he's both the hard carry and he's kind of like the anti-carry in many ways, right? Especially when he gets that level 25 talent as well, right? Like, who stands up against the double, like, 16 hitter? Dark Mago gets caught. The bottom lane, BKB going off, but Boxy denies him with the Walrus Punch.
The burst is crazy. You have Tusk and Ursa jump at the same time. I mean, it was just with the puck there, but imagine Ursa hitting you with the tag team with the punch.
Yeah.
Gyro really has to watch his position in this game. Even this Tide, he can get destroyed pretty fast.
Now, they do have an interesting timing coming up here for Thunder. The Aegis is expiring, and they almost have a Blink Dagger on the Tidehunter. Feels like that's something that is pretty crucial. Most of the time, they've just been responding to whatever Liquid's been doing, but with a Blink Dagger on Tide, they can finally be the true aggressors of a team fight, feels like.
You can find the jump. That's easier said than done when you've pretty much been stuck in a third of the map for the whole game. You have Spider scouting, you have Ursa who can frontline, maybe get that ult off. Puck is getting untouchable at this point. Turns with the Octarine with the cooldowns. You're gonna have to win some fight with this Gyro, and if you lose that, the game basically just ends. Liquid's just cruising into the late game here. I don't think they're sweating at all. Aeon disc up for Mickey as well. Can't even really jump him anymore. And like you were saying, this Ursa Gyro matchup in the very late game with the backup he has, Matumba's gonna be happy to just jump this Gyro, abyssal him, take him to town.
Coil going out in the back lines here. Looks like they're going to deal with the Disruptor first. Light goes out. Sacred clearing out the spiders where they can. Boxy's actually going to snowball away from the enemy team. Looks like they're calling for a reset.
Double damage in the top river. Gets denied. Liquid happy to poke here.
They can keep it up. Okay, now with that double damage. Blinks forward, getting some ideas. A spinner snare, not going to catch anybody. Oh, that shard almost locked in Sacred. That could have been nasty.
Not a lot of Force Staffs are repositioning on Thunder's side.
You gotta be careful, that spinner snare! Oh no, the Walrus punch into the straight up physical damage to the Ursa. And BKB twice now. Save him, and now Pecan steps a little bit too far forward. They caught him. The black hole pulls him back to his doom. Mickey's gonna jump forward. There's just not enough heroes alive. He's gonna try and chase him all the way back down to the field. There is gonna be a buyback immediately from Mago. See if they can kill this puck. It's so important. Boxy, he's trying to hang around, see if he can bail out his buddy. Mickey's gonna use the coil to ensure that Dark Mago can't pursue. He TP's out successfully. Bye-bye.
Not today, Thunder. You're gonna have to be a little faster next time. Mickey just putting on a show on this backline with the puck.
Top tower is under attack.
Late game puck pushing to that strength link. Good luck catching this man. Whereas on the flip side, Dark Mago's game is just so hard. Random spinner snares. This black hole can come out of him. The coil can come out of him. Boxy can punch him into the nether realm.
Yep.
That was his buyback as well.
Oh no!
And the dieback as well.
Absolute disaster. Mago cannot be feeling good about that. 70 seconds down. Team Liquid, I don't think they're necessarily going to go high ground in anything. Third Roshan is coming up, but it just further cements what was seemingly already like an insurmountable lead. Now, 25K. I don't know, you're going to need, I mean, they already had one miracle in game one. You're going to need a second one if Thunder wants to close this out 2-0.
Top tower is under attack.
If that was a miracle win, I don't know what this one would be. I don't think there's a term that applies to it. This game is pretty solidified for Liquid right now. You wait the next Roshan, you get Aegis on Ursa, and you take the jump fight into the base. As long as you check Gyro in the fight, there's not a lot of turnaround damage that comes out at this point.
Now, you talk about luck. It's a fast Roshan too, so Team Liquid, they have any vision inside the pit, which they've got spiders and stuff. You should know about it pretty quickly.
And you can't even get there, these spinner snares. Just slowing Bakaz down.
That's true, they jump with Bakaz. BKB goes off, the bash is so the shard is blocking him in. He needs some help, the life seal isn't keeping him alive well enough. The Batman's eating through it now, the black hole goes down, but he cancels, he stops it, Insania walks away, Bakaz will similarly limp on outside, looks to chase him down, but he couldn't quite finish him off with the nukes, and it's Matumba Man all thighs. The enrage goes off, Dark Mago, he needs this kill, the blink away from Matumba Man, he's just outside of this light, won't be able to catch him there. Mago, now with a BKB on cooldown, is in some trouble here. He walks his way back, Sleight of Fist trying to dodge some spells, but here comes Matumba Man, he's back into play. Mickey on the front lines as well, spinner snare after spinner snare. Matumba Man now pouncing in, life stealing up a little bit more. There it goes, double kill, running him down underneath the tier 3 because he needs some help. The buyback from Adam will not be able to help him.
To help his game 3, I believe. Puck pushing level 25 now.
Oh no, Panda Boo! Leave him alone. He's just a 4-5 position. He gets knocked out.
What a recovery here from Liquid, man. After that game 1.
GG, that's it. Thunder tap out. They say, look at this one to you, Liquid. We'll see you on the battlefield for game 3.
What a game 3 it's going to be. That was just a complete turnaround. Everything that game was in terms of closeness, this was not. That was Liquid domination from minute 5 onwards. They closed the map out, brewed strategy, executed to perfection, forced Thunder to one area, don't overextend into it, slowly squeeze every camp out.